Shortly after uploading this video I made earlier today, Richie from Boston made a reply video. If you watch my previous video, I talk about how Richie from Boston and True Stream Media are pushing this fake news story off as real. And I commend Richie. I have a lot of respect for Richie and what he's done with this video. He's basically stating, of course, if you follow Richie's channel, you know he puts out a lot of content. And he stated in his follow-up video to mine where he didn't know about this one detail, about the supposed passenger that was hauled away. Supposedly 10 minutes after the fact, after he's hauled away, somehow he made his way back aboard the plane. I guess security scattered like cockroaches. The flight attendants at the entrance of the airplane were on a lunch break, and he just, waltzed his way back in the airplane. Completely ridiculous. And Richie didn't know about this. Again, he puts out a lot of content, and he did not know about this. So, with this new information, he was able to come to a new conclusion. And he called this out correctly for what it is. Nothing but a hoax, nothing but a psyop. And just for the record, I'm going to play his video that he posted within the last hour or so you can hear Richie, what he has to say about this in his own words.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 12th of April, 2017, and we are totally inundated with a thick gray shield of clouds all around us here in Massachusetts, and apparently it's spreading out south and west. So that's awesome. Now, the reason I'm saying what I'm saying while I'm showing you what I'm showing is I've started to watch a few more videos. Believe it or not, I don't have a chance to watch very many videos at all. And I cover a lot of stuff at the same time. Now, the more and more I look into this, the more it's starting to look like this was a complete hoax. I believe the reaction that I had yesterday is exactly the reaction that they were looking for. This entire story about the doctor getting dragged off the plane and then being allowed to re-enter the plane minutes later makes absolutely no sense to me. So I don't exactly know what's going on here. This could be another false flag. This could be a lot of different things. Now, Pockets of the Future thinks that this might have something to do with humiliation and the entry into secret societies like Skull and Bones and other Freemasonic-based organizations. This may be some sort of a public humiliation ritual, and I tend to agree, but it's very difficult to ascertain or discern what's exactly going on. I watched that video yesterday, and I instantly made a video. I'm pretty sure you could hear it in my voice. Now, Russianvids put up a video also yesterday that's called Bad Acting Aboard United Flight. And I have to tend to agree because, believe it or not, I made that video and didn't realize that this guy was allowed back on the plane. That makes zero sense. They went through all this time, energy, and effort to yank this guy off the plane. And then, to even bolster their fake story even more, they did a slander campaign against him. That's what I saw. I didn't see all this other information. So, basically, I'm going to have to agree with Russianvids and Pockets of the Future. I think this was totally fake, and they did this to get the type of reaction that they got, especially from me. It happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm no expert. I'm just some asshole with a laptop. That's how it works. This was the video I put up yesterday, and I was pissed. Okay, so at this point, you've all seen this video of United Airlines ripping this old guy off of an airplane, bloodying him up, all because they overbooked. We're getting hit on YouTube because they don't like the videos we're making. And take note of one thing. There was no ad at the beginning of the video because I did monetize my channel after 6 years, about 4 months ago, and it's all gone. But I've been being censored for a long time. The second thing is whether this was real or a hoax. Now that I find out the guy got let back onto the planes and this is him wandering around afterwards, I didn't realize that. I did make the video quick. I do that all the time. That's what I do. So there's that. This entire thing was meant to provoke, and it worked. It worked for me pretty well. But it doesn't matter. This kind of shit goes on all the time anyways, and everyone just stands there and does nothing. Nobody will stand up anymore. So my point still stands. Whether this was real, which I don't believe it was at this point, I think it was a hoax. It happens. It doesn't matter. It still shows exactly what the sheep do. They'll stand there and graze while someone's getting the shit kicked out of them and nobody stands up anymore. My entire life, I've stood up for people. The amount of trouble I've always gotten into was always because I stood up for somebody else because somebody else wouldn't. So at this point, I guess I'm going with hoax for 1,000, please. Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm out.